Hey Dan,
Yeah?
did you want to shoot your cocktail video today?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Okay, so step one is you're going to grab your whiskey and you're just going to start pouring that right into the coffee. Just right in.
Dan?
Yeah?
Do you want to get a little cleaned up for this first?
Yeah, you're probably right. I understand. You want A game, Dan. All right, okay, well, here we go. Well, just give me 1 second. Just gotta get ready here. See that guy who just walked in there? Woo! So, I've chosen to do a whiskey sour for our cocktail today. And I'm going to level with you. There's pretty much one reason why I picked the whiskey sour. And it's because every time we have an event out at the farm, I make a giant jug of sour mix. Looks beautiful. And virtually nobody orders a whiskey sour. It's criminal. So, I've taken it upon myself to pull whiskey sour out of the shadows, boost it up, get it into the light, and really give it the attention it deserves. Whiskey sour needs a hype man, right? And it shouldn't be very hard, because whiskey sours not only look good, but they're also very delicious. You'll have to take my word for it. Just for now, though. Now, there's one more thing I want to talk about, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it, because as I was doing the research on this cocktail, for this little segment here, I found out that the first historical mention of whiskey sours was in 1870 in a newspaper in, I want to make sure I get this right, Waukesha, Wisconsin. So there you go. Waukesha, Wisconsin. Right? So that means it's a local cocktail. It's a local boy, hometown hero. Grew up just down the road from me. So to me, it doesn't make sense that whiskey sour is not getting the attention it deserves. And I understand why. You're walking down the grocery store, right? You're walking down the aisle in the grocery store. You look on the shelf. You see the sour mix. It's neon green, right? It tastes about as good as it looks, right? It's just not too appetizing. But fear not. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making our own sour mix, right? And that's going to let you make the most delicious whiskey sour you've ever had. So, here's what you're going to need to make your very own sour mix. You're going to need 6 limes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to need grapefruit and a half. 2 oranges and 1 lemon. And what we're going to do is we're just going to chop all of these up and juice them into a bowl. And that's that. So, what we're going to do is try and make the transfer here without losing too much of it. And nice. All right, very nice. And you can see there we have about 2.5 cups of liquid we got out of it. Of course, depending on how nice your citrus is at the moment, it's going to decide, how much liquid you get, how juicy it is. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just pour a little bit over here into a shot glass because I'm curious to try it. Because this is your chance, if it needs any changes or anything like that, you can add some more fruit to it. Maybe if it's not quite sweet enough, you can put some more orange in it. If it's not sour enough, you can add a little something else to it. This has got a nice little, let's see here. Yeah, a nice grapefruit front to it, and you can also taste that orange in the middle, and you get a lot of that like liminess in the front and the back. It's kind of nice. It's a good spread of flavors. And I think that's one of the things you really miss with sour mix from the store. You know, all that is just liquid sour. Right? There's not a lot of depth or complexity to it. So when you make this homemade stuff, you know, you get all these other elements that come together and make something really interesting, really enjoyable to drink, rather than just face-puckeringly sour. So from here, we're going to take our sour mix and we're going to make our whiskey sour cocktail. So let me just get the supplies for that and we'll get started. Just pull out my handy dandy tray of ingredients. Ice as well. All right, perfect. So we're going to be making this entire drink in the cocktail shaker. All right, that's shaking. It's one of the main components. In fact, so the first thing we'll do here is we'll put all of our ice in to the cocktail shaker. Probably about half to 2/3 full is generally what I've got. 3/4 would be fine as well. Anything in that range will be a good amount of ice in there. From there, we're going to be putting in our whiskey. Today, we're doing rye whiskey, although I've seen whiskey sours with, you know, every variety, bourbon, rye, anything you want to put in there should be fine. So, for that, we're going to put 2 ounces of whiskey in there. Let's see, 1, 2. 2 ounces of that. We want 3/4 of an ounce of our sour mix. And look at the color of that. That's just so much more appealing than neon green. So we want 3/4 of an ounce of that in there. And then we're gonna put in whiskey sour recipes. They call for simple syrup, but here at B&E's Trees we use our maple syrup, our bourbon barrel aged maple syrup. It just kind of adds a whole nother element to the drink as well. So take it from simple whiskey sour to complex whiskey sour. So you're going to want 1/2 ounce of that. This is going to be the sweet that goes with our sour. And we'll put that in there. And then the last ingredient, and you don't have to add this if you don't want to, is 1/2 ounce of egg white. The egg white kind of gives the cocktail almost like a silky texture to it, as well as gives it a nice foam on top of it. So if you're not comfortable with egg white straight out of an egg, you could also use a carton of it from the store, right? Or just leave it out if you're not comfortable. But I encourage you to try it because it really takes the cocktail to the next level. So our 1/2 ounce of egg white in there. We're going to put our top on, and you're just going to shake it for about 20 to 30 seconds. You're chilling the drink and getting the water in there as well, but you're also giving the egg a chance to foam up a little bit. That's going to give it a nice fizziness in the drink. So we'll shake that. That should be good. Now, we'll take our rocks glass, get ourselves some ice in there, and we'll see what we've got. Oh yeah. Nice little foamy texture going on there. Oh, nice. Nice. Now, some people garnish this with an orange wedge or a cherry or something like that, but you know, I find that I never quite find the time to put anything in it. But look at that. That's a pretty good looking whiskey sour right there. Smells good. Tastes delicious. I don't know why you drink anything else. I don't know why you'd come to our farm for an event and drink anything besides this. It doesn't make sense. So, it's easy to make, it's delicious, it looks good, and it gets you your vitamin C. You know, everybody needs a little vitamin C right now. What I encourage you to do is make one of these guys, right? Go outside, enjoy the sun, and yeah, just get in touch with this local hometown hero. All right, have a good day, guys.